When you see a rainbow, you're supposed to think about God and remember his covenant. In the book of Genesis, after the flood, in chapter 9, God tells Noah, I'm not going to do that again. I'm not going to destroy the earth with water. And verse 8 says, And God spake unto Noah and to his sons with him, saying, And I, behold, I establish my covenant with you and with your seed after you, and with every living creature that is with you, of the fowl, of the cattle, of every beast of the earth, with you, from all that go out of the ark to every beast of the earth. And I will establish my covenant with you, neither shall all flesh be cut off any more by the waters of a flood. Neither shall there any more be a flood to destroy the earth. And God said, This is the token of the covenant which I make between me and you and every living creature that is with you for perpetual generations. I do set my bow in the cloud, and it shall be for a token of a covenant between me and the earth. And it shall come to pass, when I bring a cloud over the earth, that the bow shall be seen in the cloud. And I will remember my covenant, which is between me and you and every living creature of all flesh, and the waters shall no more become a flood to destroy all flesh. And the bow shall be in the cloud, and I will look upon it, that I may remember the everlasting covenant between God and every living creature of all flesh that is upon the earth. And God said unto Noah, This is the token of the covenant which I have established between me and all flesh that is upon the earth. And so there it is, and you know, the flood of Noah's day completely covered the entire earth. If it didn't, then this promise doesn't make any sense at all. If the flood was localized, there have been lots of localized flood that have destroyed lots and lots of people and animals in the last thousands of years since this took place. No. This is the promise that God's not going to wipe out all flesh on the land-dwelling animals the way that he did and wipe out all the people the way that he did in the days of the flood. And so God took his bow and he turned it upside down and he set it in the cloud. And that's the image. That's what the picture looks like. And every time you see a rainbow, that's what it looks like. It's a big old bow over there. It's beautiful with the colors. Roy G. Biv. The refraction of the light and the splitting into the different spectrum. And every time you see it, you think and you go, God destroyed all flesh on this earth because of a flood. God did it because the sin of man and the imagination of his heart was only evil continually. God promised that he would never do that again. But after God did that, God started over with another group, a family, Noah's family, and he replenished the earth and the animals that God had spared on the ark. And so you're reminded of that story every single time you see that. You're supposed to be reminded of that story. And you're reminded of God's faithfulness and of God's salvation, because the ark is really a picture of salvation. Noah and his family were safe in the ark. Everyone else perished as a result of that. And it all happened because of sin. And so the rainbow tells us that God says, I'm not going to do that again, and that should bring us peace. Just like Jesus said in John 14:27, Peace I leave with you, my peace I give unto you, not as the world giveth, give I unto you. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid. But the rainbow should also remind us of what 2 Peter says. He says, verse 5 of chapter 3, For this they willingly are ignorant of, that by the word of God the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of water and in the water, whereby the world that then was, being overflowed with water, perished. So he's talking about the creation, and then he's talking about the flood. He said that world perished. It was overflowed with water. But the heavens and the earth, which are now, by the same word, are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. When we look back on the flood, we remember that God judges sin. And we see that bow and we realize God's never going to do that again with water. But we read the rest of the Bible and we realize that there is a coming judgment for this world. God's going to renovate this world by fire and create new heavens and a new earth. And we need to be in the ark like Noah was. And that ark is Jesus Christ. God will save you if you put your faith in Jesus. If you do not put your faith in Jesus, you're going to perish. John 3:16 tells us that because of God's love, no one has to perish. I hope that you know Jesus today. And I hope that you remember what that rainbow represents. God bless you. Have a great day.